I can't tell you how much love I'm sharing here to you, but I know, do you know, the most beautiful thing is that as I came to the life, my heart and my solar plexus was going like tick, 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 because I felt certain type of frequency coming through. And as soon as I set up the protection for you, and I brought the angelic orders, Azurites is my order. Elohai is my order. They have my back. There's no messing with them. But truly what I want to say, there is no messing with me, because I am God, sovereign and free. And I stand in that power. And that power, that knowing, is exactly what I carry within me. I'm God, sovereign and free. And do you know why I'm sharing with you everything that I was supposed to share. Because it's coming through simply as an inspiration from God about us being constantly challenged to face up to our biggest fears, limiting beliefs, perceptions, and also understanding, which comes very easily when you step into the shoes of compassionate observer. The trick here is to be constantly checking with yourself when something is not quite resonating with you. Sometimes it may be a thought. You know about holographic inserts. It's just one of the technologies negative alien agenda is using against us. There are false timelines. There are, loops that are inorganic. There is so much distortion that we have. But what I can tell you, again, in practical terms, because it's all about finding a way that is a simple way and that works for you to elevate any distortion, remove any interference from your life. And thank you for the love, because I feel in my heart chakra that love. And thank you for Makati sayano mitakorotoi atomatoi natai matayanoi atomatoi akai atotoyokoya mati sayano to matoi atai atukoi tayana totoyatai mati sayato matokotoi yata. Just expressing my gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the love. There is the very simple way that we can assist ourselves, help ourselves to stand in our sovereignty, and it's truly adopting this practical step of checking in with yourself. It doesn't take at all any time to drop in your heart. Put your hand on your heart. Breathe. Bring yourself to the now moment. Breathe in, like if you do breath work. I'm not great in breath work. I'm still waiting for someone who is going to teach me. I know who that is. Breathe in, 2 in, 4 out. Bring yourself to here and now. And when you're thinking, why am I feeling this anxiety? What is happening with me? Why is this situation coming to my attention? Why do I feel angry? Why do I feel anxious? You ask God, please illuminate the core reason why I feel anxious, why I feel angry. And then you will just wait, because it will come to your mind. You will feel it in your body. It will come as a vision. You will feel it. You will know it. You will see it. You will be shown. And ask God to alchemize for you. Bring the love. Just bring the love. The unconditional love that is absolutely always within you, because you are that. It's you. And bring that God's presence to alchemize through love, that feeling, that emotion, that situation. If it requires reclamation of some fragmented part of your soul, just ask for that. and work with God in this beautiful state of surrender, where that, in the knowing and trust that it's just a simple way. I know that there is other beautiful ways and they are more advanced. Like, you know, I work within Akasha, I work within quantum field. Akashic records, it's you and I, it's us, it's all that is here. All that we are our records. We have innate ability to connect with those records and obtain all the information that we need. And that is something I discovered through meditation. I used to seek that information thinking that I'm going to halls, you know, of libraries, and I'm going to be, and yes, I had meditations where I was going up certain places to the library, so to speak, and I was reading all this information. I had those experiences, but God is guiding me and showing me that everything there is to discover is within me, and that understanding is so beautiful as well. I'm hopeful that whoever is watching here and studies the Law of One and Emerald Order teachings will not be thinking that I'm absolute heretic. I genuinely am telling you how I live my life and how I connect with God and how I obtain information, inspiration, guidance. This is how I work, directly through the God source, and that also means undistorted connection, and that also means the connection that is within me, not somewhere there. Amazing. Do you do guided meditations or silent? Hi, my loves. So I do. I'm not good at breath. Decades of fight, flight keep me in shallow breathing. Yes, do you know? I know my teacher already. I don't think he knows. No, actually, I think he knows. I think he knows he's my teacher, but he's just trying to run away. And I'm not chasing. I'm just waiting for God to go like, slap, slap, slap. Come on, darling. Go back. But I can tell I'm laughing about this because I literally can see it. I can see being taught the breath work. And even the breath work, for me, creates resistance. I had participated in one session of breath work. Do you know that I understand and I know where it's coming from, because it comes from the galactic trauma. The first lifetime that I remembered when I went into the first ever encounter of my galactic lifetimes was me as a Lyran, spread on a table, and I looked like a orange cat, big orange cat, spread on a table, being literally dissected, and on all my consciousness codes and womb, because I was in a female form, harvested. And that was my first ever galactic lifetime memory, first encounter. And I can tell you that it left me shaken for a very long time. But it also helped me to understand a lot of things that are happening in my physical life. For example, I cannot have blood taken. Every time I go to give blood, I avoid it so much, because I literally faint. I have uncontrollable emotional response. I cry, and I'm almost 50, and I literally cry. I have one nurse holding my hand, and I ask her to talk to me, to give me stories so I can detach my mind. I meditated before. This is such a deep-rooted trauma. It's in my body. I know it. And do you know the other experience, and those experiences also as an Azurite, there is so many things that in lifetimes, galactic lifetimes, I remember, and it's all enforcing that prevailing understanding how mind control we are. have been, I've been, humanity is. And every time something happens, you know, that memory is just triggered. So, for example, and I'm sharing with you those things because I want you to understand that our mind, our body is our library of information, and we are absolutely exposed. Our phobias have all rooted cause in something that you may think, oh, it's a subconscious, you know, something that's happening as a child. You had, I don't know, you got scared of something. For me, it's past now my earthly lifetimes. It's now all about the galactic lifetimes, really. And I will share with you an experience I had. I went to my friend who works in salt rooms in Edinburgh, and there is this beautiful massage chair. And I was like, yeah, let's just go and have a seat and have some joy, because it's going to be like so nice, smooshy, right? Oh my goodness, as soon as I sat on this chair and it started squeezing my hands and my calves, my legs, I was in panic. I was shaking. My whole body was shaking. I had a trauma response because it reminded me of certain things that happened to me that I'm aware of, with Grace, for example, and other lifetimes, galactic lifetimes, where I have been literally dissected. And always, you know, held. Now, why I'm sharing this with you? There is a reason why I'm sharing this with you. Because I started conversation from Divine Union, working on our Divine Union template, working on our Divine Union field, working on our Heart's Gamma's journey, connection with God, bringing unity between your Divine Feminine and Masculine, and fears and programs, and what happens when we actually feel like that divine counterpart is there. Everything is flooding to your awareness, because that union is the most targeted by negative alien agenda. Because when those beautiful souls come to union, they are very powerful. Their field is very powerful, and there has been orchestrated for thousands. I don't know if I don't want anybody studying Emerald Order teaching giving me a hard time here, but I don't know, 22,500 years, for whatever amount of time, there has been orchestrated attack on the twin flames counterparts, because when they come together, when their union field is merged, they are extremely powerful, and they have this ability to anchor into the planetary grids. I think triple amount of certain ray, certain frequency. And what it actually means, that they are able to I call it like create safe havens for humanity. Anyway, that's not the most important point. The most important point of the conversation is that you have very simple tools available to you. If you go into studying Keylontic Science, Emerald Order teachings, you will be able to practice so many techniques that will be opening your light body, clearing your morphogenetic field, strengthening your Merkaba. You know, there will be so many techniques, and also you will have this beautiful ability to bring certain type of frequencies and connect with certain type of, I call it consciousness. Yes, you will be able to do all that, but I want to tell you, and now anybody studying Emerald Order teaching will be thinking heretic, but can I tell you this? I know, because God shows me, that there is a connection that we have with God's source, that we are connecting, we are given, if we purify our vessel, if we set our intention right, if we really carefully work through clearing our morphogenetic field, that we have the ability to anchor those frequencies to the grids as well. I know that people say, clever people say, you know, you need to first of all build your 12D Maharic shield. You have to learn how to run that 12D frequency, because it's your best repellent from negative alien agenda technologies. It clears your field as well when you set it up. That's why I'm so very careful that when I do mine, I can do yours as well. And I know that, again, clever people will say, well, maybe it will not work. Well, I will tell you, darling, it will work. Why? Because I know it will work. Because that's how I work. That's how God works with me. And I know that these frequencies that I bring through, they are pure and they are powerful, and they are absolutely, if they weren't, they wouldn't be helping people to achieve breakthroughs, to upgrade their field, to upgrade their light body. They wouldn't be helping me to stand in my authenticity, expressing my beliefs and knowledge, and be able to share this with you. If God didn't work through me, I wouldn't be here today. And I certainly wouldn't be talking about divine union, Heros Gamos journey. I wouldn't be speaking to you about being the compassionate observer, in order to constantly keep checking with yourself that you are not being interfered with, that you are truly aware of your sovereignty, that you have to claim it every day, that you have to set your protection before you go to bed, because a lot of distortion right now, especially, as I am aware of, because I'm experiencing it and I can view it, see it, sense it, is happening in our astral plane. So it's so important that we set those intentions and those protections. When you stand in your sovereignty, it reinforces your shield. Absolutely, it does. Hello, Enchanted AI sister. So much love. I love your work, and especially the most recent one. There is so many beautiful things you created recently, and I just want to acknowledge it and say thank you so much. It's magic. What you're creating is magic, but I already said that. Magic in your creation, magic in your heart, magic in your soul, and just so much beautiful inspiration behind. I just can connect with your work so much. Thank you so much. I love you, darling. You know that. Just thank you for following me. Thank you so much. Kaz, so nice to see you, my darling sister. How are you? Cortissimo cortinatora toia carta notia. So nice to see you, my love. Where you study the law of one, killing. Now, my darlings, you need to get hold of these books. Do you know what? This is me. And don't laugh at me, right? I've got them in Polish and I've got them in English. And what I discovered, that because I speak in English about Law of One and Emerald Order teachings, I can't read them in Polish. I can't process information energetically in Polish. This is weird, right? But I genuinely read everything in English, and I talk about Law of One in English. So I'm going to drop, I will create a little post, picture, and I will type in Ashayana Dean's books. Now, if any of you would like me to email you PDF of these books where you can read about Emerald Order teachings, I have them, and I will be delighted. So please just drop me a little note, like a message, and give me your email address, and I will send it to you, okay? And you will have it. So that gives the Emerald Order teachings are based on Law of One, unity consciousness. We are one, we all know, we say, and I very often say we are one, we are divine. We are unity consciousness, we are. So I studied the Emerald Order teachings. How I started is basically through reading Ashaya Nadine's work. And I want to shout out, do you mind that I will just shout out? I have this beautiful soul called DJ Lyran Anuhazi. You know I'm a Lyran Anuhazi, so you will remember me, right? Can I ask you, please go to YouTube and like the channel, DJ Lyran Anuhazi. That soul is creating the most beautiful music, which is extremely activating. You will know when you listen, and it's based on Emerald Order teachings and Law of One. And to be honest, this is something that I connect with very much. And then, if you don't mind, like my channel as well, but find me, because there are 2 Galactic High Priestesses. I don't know how, but mine is with 999. That's my number. That's my, I think it's my soul number, 999. Galactic High Priestess 999. I will love you for it. Please, if you don't mind, make me a favor. Like that channel and the other channel. There is also a channel of Christos Avatar TV. Christos Avatar TV. That's a teacher that teaches Emerald Order teachings as well. He talks about Ashaya Nadine's work, etc. Follow that channel as well, because you can find a lot of information there. But what I want to tell you is that her work was an eye-opener for me, because it opened my eyes to actual galactic history. And the thing that is the most important for me, as I told you, that's exactly what I do. I read, I receive energetically, and then I go and I meditate on things. And also, what happens, you will find yourself that you may have meditations that when you start reading Ashaya Nadine's work, you will find answers to visions that you had, the inspirations that you were receiving, your visits to Akasha records where you were seeing your galactic lifetimes. You will be able to truly see there is connection. She is just the beautiful teacher. She has developed, she received from the guardians the downloads from CD plates. It's like a records basically of all the history, galactic history, universal history, including history, Earth history as well. And she, I say, she delivered the translation. She effectively taught us about the galactic history, the history of the Earth, by receiving and translating that information from those CDT plates. And what she also, what the guardians have given her as well, is techniques, Kelontic science, for example, where you can learn certain techniques for healing, where your healing actually is based majorly on utilizing frequencies, certain type of flames, connection with certain type of frequencies and symbols. It's a more advanced, some of these techniques for me are extremely advanced, and I just know that the day will come that I will be able to practice them with someone special, and I will be able to sit and do them all and learn them all. But right now I'm doing the base work. I'm just truly feeling with my heart, through God's connection, everything I'm receiving, and just going with that inner knowing. And when I, for example, work, when I bring certain inspiration, when I connect to Holy Father, right, and I bring the amethyst flame, I connect to that frequency. So I'm bringing the specific frequency, and then I work with the light language. You know, we need to remember, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not great in maybe always conveying that kind of technical information, but how I see consciousness, how I experienced consciousness, God's consciousness, how I experience my own connection to that consciousness, being one with God. It was just light. It was just, even before that light, I can't express this, because it was just state of being. and then awareness of light, and then, you know, how God individualize itself, how I see it, is through exactly that, sound and light. And if you watch beautiful videos with all these techniques, it's all about oscillation and vibration and all these technical things that in my mind it's a little bit too much for me to comprehend. So I'm not talking about this because I'm working through it myself. Can we all channel light language? You know, my love, the best part is that we don't actually channel light language. It just comes as expression, innate expression of our soul. That's how I see it. It's when for example, I say to you, Susie, bear with me, okay? I'm going to connect to my Larian Anuhazi guides, okay? Look, when I say my Larian Anuhazi guides, I'm going to drop to my heart space. I'm going to invite my, which I am already connected, Christ, Avatar, Higher Self, and I'm going to put a call out to my Larian Anuhazi collective, okay? Korta toma tora koratoya no toma karta no toya. Koroto sikia makurta na toya da korotoyo toyo kayanai. Musikara totorotoi. How I feel them coming through. First of all, I see the vision. So I just immediately see my guide's face. I actually see the face. Kuma koratosa no korotora tamu horotoi. Korti saya noma korti atik at umkat it. And then I feel the frequency. And I feel the frequency in my palms as well. Makortia sakaratomita o kortitai. Now, for those of you who are sensitive, you will see and feel the shift in my field as well. Koratoso komatora toya natoya karatoti sayanatora toyata. Do you know what I also see? And this is going to be funny for someone watching. I actually see your guides. Can you believe that our guides can smile? I've been talking about this before. I will come back to this actually. My experience with light language was so funny. I woke up one morning and I could hear it. Yes, you can, absolutely. Light language in my head, and had rushed to speak it. I was scared. Then I had a long meditation where all was revealed to me. Yes, that's exactly what happens. Do you know, my Anuhazi guide came to me when I went to Sirius B, and I connected. I asked for a teacher, and when he showed himself to me, he was this beautiful white, like lion type of humanoid being. Do you know what he has done to me? And I'm 5'2". He scooped me up and just brought me like to his chest like this. He said, "Finally, you are here." That was that. And he said he is going to be my teacher. He will be teaching me technologies, activations, and he's teaching me. He has taught me a lot. And then what he has done to me, he said, "Now you embody me, my darling, so there won't be that much happening in terms of visuals and so on, because now you are that. You are me." I love the fact that he just like scooped me in and said, "Now you are here." Can you recommend any good meditation for connecting with your guides? Do you know, my loves, there are meditations actually on YouTube that Ashaya Nadine has done, and there are meditations that you can just find. But I would tell you something: the mainstream spiritual movement, I don't know how to better call it, is connecting. Again, I will perhaps upset some of you, but I don't connect to Archangel Michael. I don't connect to Metatron. I connect to Elohai Order, Seraphai Order, Oraphim Order, Azurites. I don't connect to Metatron or Archangel Michael. A lot of mainstream meditations that you see on YouTube will be bringing that kind of presence and frequency, and I'm not signing up for it anymore. So I wouldn't recommend a meditation. Thank you, my love. Someone is giving me gifts and rainbow. I love the rainbow. Thank you so much. I don't know who. Pablo, hi darling. Thank you. I love rainbows. Thank you so much. That makes me really happy. Thank you. You see, I wouldn't recommend meditations, but what I can do for you, I can do meditation that will strictly, I will record one. I have some recorded, but they are very private, they are very mine. I will record a meditation to help you connect with your Christ avatar higher self, 12-dimensional consciousness, Christ consciousness, and I will help you to trigger that remembrance and bring those beautiful connection through your guides that are connected to your flame. So you will see that Lyra and Ohazis are connected to the blue flame, so they come to me. Some of you may be connecting majorly to the golden flame, and some of you to the amethyst or violet flame. So you will find different type of guides stepping to you. Very often, when we start developing our light language, we start to connect with elementals, dragons, for example, like fairies, you know, and dragons. You are from Lyra. I know, my love. Genuine, eternal source aligned beings, energies are what we need to make sure is in alignment. Absolutely. And you know, we have, the most important thing is that the distortion in our connection is removed from 12th dimension onwards. So even angelic beings are distorted, archangels are distorted, but I want to focus on the fact that it's about you tapping in to your Christ consciousness, to your Christ avatar self, 12th dimension and above, to your Rishi guides, guardians, galactic guardians, where you know that there is no distortion, there is no reversal in the templates, and as such you can then have the beautiful certainty that you're bringing, the inspiration, the guidance that is pure and aligned with your highest good. And also what's so very important, and this is me now, I suppose, teaching, what is very important is when you protect your space, you see, I always set my Maharic seal, Maharic shield, right? But I bring certain type of guardians and galactic guardians, guides, protectors for me. Angelic orders for me is my connection, but it's also my additional protection. And this is something that I worked with forever. So I know it's working for me. And you can reinforce your Maharic shield as well. Absolutely. The best way to keep yourself protected is to stand in your sovereignty and constantly check in with yourself and expel from your space, from your body, from your field, anything that is absolutely not aligned with one true God, the law of one. Anything that's not in service to one true God has to go. And you have a power within you through the I am presence, I am God within you, to absolutely command anything to remove itself. And there is, there is so much I could talk to you and share with you and teach you, but this is not to say that I'm not a good teacher, but I am sharing with you majorly what works for me. For me, grounding is so important in all this process. Absolutely, my love, grounding is very important because, yes, that's my sovereign command, my I am. I love that. Do you know, grounding is extremely important, especially for people like you, like me, who are flying high and connect to very high frequency beings, because it can take you, you find yourself in a space where it's so good that you don't want to come back. So you have to ground yourself into your body. I found that right now, recently, I don't even want to eat. I can't. I struggle to eat. So I'm forcing myself to eat because, there is enough of me to go that I don't have to worry, right now. But it's so important that we nourish our body, and when we need to bring ourselves to that grounding, we go out bare feet, we ground with Mother Nature, and we find our grounding techniques in terms of very simple. I love bath, right? Not always that is possible to have it, but if I can't spare time to have a bath, I will have a shower. And we girls may not want to wash our hair every day, but I just tuck my hair up and I set the intention of clearing my field. And that works for me because it works every time to just basically ground myself as well through having a shower. Myself as well. Eating is difficult, but the process of preparing eating hard. Do you know, I suppose we do what we need to do to keep our vessel in a good shape. Also, something is coming to mind, then I'm going to share this with you. Remember when I mentioned that when we are on a Heras Gamos journey, when we step into that understanding, we get a lot of fears, which is basically are triggering a lot of work that we need to do for us, for our union field to be cleared, upgraded, unified truly. And especially when we come into connection with our divine counterpart. What I have also received is the information that we need to prepare our vessel to hold more light, because when we come to this divine union experience, we are asked to hold more light. We will be expected to hold more light. So it's absolutely natural that you may feel that you may need to fast, you may need to purify, you may need to detoxify. And I'm afraid I will have to go and do this parasite cleanse sooner than later, because I'm being called to do it. And it's so crazy, but that's it. I know someone is gifting me beautiful gifts. Thank you, my darling, for the hearts. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, so this is me sharing with you certain things, but I want to also speak about something that I feel. Thank you, Venus. I love roses. I love so much. Thank you. You know, the fear that we very often experience and feel is something that is designed to hold us back. Is it not the case, right? It's time to put that fear aside. It's time to alchemize that fear and really exorcise that fear from your life, so you can individually step absolutely 100% into your divine missions